How do I build safe communities for people who may be dealing with domestic violence? These are often questions that are going into our heads, and oftentimes we don't know the resources and we don't know how to answer them. That's why we're having this discussion today. So domestic violence affects women and everyone. It's not limited to anyone or any particular community. It crosses all socio-economic backgrounds, races, ethnicities, cultures, abilities, sexual orientations, gender identities, and occupations. While all communities experience domestic violence at similar rates, research does show that immigrant and refugee women, non-status newcomer women, do face domestic violence with particular barriers and challenges that are different from other type of challenges that other individual may face. So what are those barriers and challenges that immigrant, refugee, non-status women may face? So the first one that we have is immigration status. So if she doesn't have any immigration status in Canada, let's just say she's non-status, she may be afraid to access services in her community. Many services often ask for proof of status, and she may fear the police and because the police may communicate her status. This also includes fear of deportation. So abusive partners may use the immigration and refugee process itself as a way of exerting power and control. And women may be sponsored by an abusive partner or have their refugee claims tied to the claim of an abuser. Abusive partners or families may withhold immigration documentations and threaten to separate the woman from her children or not provide the information that she would need for her immigration status, and that's how it would impact. The second one that we have is financial barriers. So immigrant and refugee women have often been overrepresented in the lowest paying or least stable jobs. So many of these jobs may have irregular hours, making it difficult to access language classes and other services. At the same time, the cost of living is obviously going up, particularly the cost of market of rents, childcare, transportation, and even food. So if an immigrant or refugee woman is living with an abusive partner, she may not afford to be able to leave that situation, making it difficult for her. So financial barriers are one of the main barriers that immigrants, non-status newcomer women often can face.
A good place to hang your concluding comments. Sureya, your concluding comments, please.
So I just wanted to share everyone with this method called the Blue Sky Method. So basically what Blue Sky Method is basically how to support a newcomer woman who's living with abuse. So like each of the words in the term blue sky has something that stands for. So like B, believe her. So say I believe you instead of saying it's your fault. L, listen to her. Listen without judgment. Avoid blaming her for the abuse. U, understand her immigration status. If she's being sponsored or is a refugee claim, a temporary worker or a non-status woman, she may fear of being deported. So you always have to believe her and listen to her. E, ease her isolation. Oftentimes, abusers isolate people that they're abusing, so stay connected with her. S, support her choices. Avoid making choices for her. Instead, offer her clear information and resources that she can use to inform her own choices. K, know about resources. So that's basically finding resources that she's eligible for, people that she can speak to, organizations that she can go to. And then the last one, why, your voice does matter. So please speak up about violence against women in general and push for an end to sexism, racism, domestic violence. So use your voice in your community.
Amazing. That is amazing. Blue sky. Thank you so much, Sureya.